Nepal, enriched with natural and cultural heritage, is an attractive country to the entire world. That is why Nepal is your dream country. Nepal's natural landscape and culture will never let your eye and heart feel tired and lethargic. One of the prides of Nepal's rich culture is its Buddhist culture and heritage. That is why Nepal could be one of your favorite destinations to travel around the holy places associated with age-old civilization and culture. You have wished to make your travel memorable by visiting Nepal's cultural and religious heritage sites. Your priority is to take a look into the pristine beauty of Kathmandu Valley and Buddhist heritages in Lumbini, the birthplace of Lord Gautama Buddha. Regardless from wherever you have entered into Nepal, be it from Tribhuvan International Airport or overland from the southern customs point of Sunauli, you are headed for a very comfortable and well-privileged guided tour. Come, let us travel around Kathmandu Valley and Buddhist heritages within the suburb and take enthralling information. The City of Heritages will keep adding to your enthusiasm. You will be visiting the world-famous heritages in the valley such as Swayambhunath and Bauddhanath stupas in Kathmandu and world-famous 4 stupas in Patan, including Patan Mahabodha and Hiranyavarna Mahabihar. Kathmandu Valley is famous in the world for its rich Buddhist culture heritages. The valley is inviting the entire tourist to visit ancient Buddhist stupas. The major Buddhist stupas reflect dignified preservation of the valley's cultural civilization. 2 peaceful eyes of Swayambhunath will be looking at you wherever you are. Swayambhunath Stupa is situated at a hill in the west of the valley. The stupa is the most ancient and enigmatic of all the holy shrines in Kathmandu Valley. Surrounded by lush green forests, the stupa is standing since the past 2000 years. The area surrounding the stupa is filled with chaityas, temples, painted images of deities and numerous other religious objects. There is an interesting legend behind its origin. In ancient times, Kathmandu Valley was a huge pond. A miraculous lotus was seen in this part of Kathmandu Valley. During the same time, Manjushri Buddha arrived there from China. With a great sword, Manjushri cut a gorge in the mountains in the south of the valley and the water drained away. With the release of the pond's water, a dazzling sunlight appeared and Swayambhu, or self-created Lord, came into existence. Historians believe the present Swayambhu Stupa was built by the then Lichavi king 2000 years ago and is constantly renovated at times. You feel you are being welcomed by large Buddha statues from either side of the main entrance. Consequently, you start taking your steps onto hundreds of steps, having watched numerous Buddha statues established on either side of the staircase. When you arrive on the premises of the gigantic Buddha statue, Swayambhunath temple gives way to the feelings of reverence and adoration. Your eyes start taking reflections from the Buddha statues. Your hands will move towards the prayer wheels in a spontaneous manner, and you start chanting Om Mani Padme Hum. It seems thousands of decorated leaves are airing Buddha's teachings to us. A gigantic stupa is in front of you. While you circumscribe the stupa, you will be able to look at the statues and pay your homage to Dhyani Buddha. These stupas are regarded as faith in Mahayana Buddhism. The Hindu temple harbored on the premises symbolizes the prevalence of ancient religious harmony and tolerance. In front of the main stupa, the temples like monuments of Pratappur and Anantapur are stood in Shikha style. The Shikhara style forms yet another architectural design found in Nepal. One can experience the exceptional model of Nepali arts and crafts in the beautiful statues of Lord Buddha established in monasteries nearby the main stupa. On a clear day, you can have a panoramic view of the entire Kathmandu valley from Swayambhunath stupa. Swayambhu Stupa has been listed in Cultural World Heritage Site list. Visit to this great heritage site would always be memorable to all in their lifetime. Bodhanath Stupa is located in Kathmandu's suburbs, east from the city centre. Once you enter into the premises from the roadside entrance, a huge Buddha stupa welcomes you right in front. Simple, massive and powerful, it rises above the number of buildings, the painted eyes gazing solemnly over the countryside. The upper part of the huge dome-like stupa captivates you. Above the square tower, there is a pyramid with 13 steps representing the path to enlightenment. Bodhanath is among the largest stupas in the world, certainly the biggest in Nepal. There are many legends behind the establishment of the stupa. Some say that the stupa was built during the regime of the then Lichavi king Mandev, dating back to the 5th century AD, while others say otherwise. You will feel that the infrastructure of this stupa is little different from others. In stupas elsewhere, the body is raised from the very earth level, but the form and the alternated squares and circles represent a three-dimensional mandala, which is comprised of abstract religious concepts in this stupa. Buddhist pilgrims encircle the stupa from these very square harmikas. Buddhist study centers and monasteries around the stupa are engaged round the clock in widening the horizon of Buddhism. The painted, bow-shaped eyes of Bodhanath are variously described as mysterious, indifferent, compassionate and knowing. Bodhanath Stupa has been listed in Cultural World Heritage Site list. You are now in the ancient city of Lalitpur to look into some of Nepal's ancient stupas. This city is also known as Patan. Older stupas mentioned in history are protected here. It is believed Indian Emperor Ashoka visited Nepal in 250 BC and constructed the 4 stupas at the 4 corners of Patan. The stupas look attractive, that were built in hillocks. These stupas look bigger than houses in the city while they were built. These stupas are indicating the deep religious and cultural faith of the people of the valley before Christ. The stupas are taken as a lifeline to Buddhist faith since time immemorial, precisely since 2,300 years back. Having looked into the 4 ancient stupas in Patan city, you will be eager to look into the Buddhist heritage within the ancient city. You are now arriving on the premises of Mahabodha temple situated near to the world-famous Patan Darbar Square. Mahabodha temple is a masterpiece of Nepali architecture. The bricks and tiles in the temple reflect Buddha's images. When you stand in front of this temple, you will be captivated by thousands of Buddha images. There are no other Shikhar-style architectures that can be compared with it. This temple is also called the Temple of 9,000 Buddhas because every single brick depicts a small image of Buddha. Construction of this temple was initiated by Abhairaj, a Buddha follower. After his death, his family members completed the construction of this temple in 1585. It is said that the temple was built by having influenced by the Bodh Gaya temple in India. Pinnacles of this temple are also built in temple style. On the top, a pinnacle is resting on a lotus. You find that incidents related to Buddha's life are attempted to be reflected in small and beautiful statues of Buddha. This temple, among other Buddha monuments, has separate speciality. This temple, situated north of Patan Darbar, is embellished with exceptionally fine wood carvings and repousse work and is an exemplary model of Nepali art. When you arrive at this temple, you primarily feel it is a Hindu temple. But this is not the only Hindu temple. Built in pagoda style, the temple houses statues of various Hindu gods and goddesses and beautiful statues of Lord Buddha. This 3-storied golden pagoda temple was believed to be built in the 11th century AD by the then king Bhaskar Dev Varma. The vihar, belonging to a class of its own, has 2 artistic temples inside. A golden image of Lord Buddha and a big prayer wheel can be seen on the pedestal of the upper part of the vihar, which mesmerizes anyone. The shrine of faith among the Buddhists, the vihar, is prosperous and outstanding in terms of craftsmanship than other vihars of Nepal. When you plan to visit Lumbini, the birthplace of Lord Gautama Buddha, you can reach Lumbini with a plane journey from Kathmandu to Bhairava and subsequently half-an-hour drive from Bhairava. If you catch a bus from Kathmandu, that will take 8 to 10 hours, and the Sunauli customs point in Nepal-India border could be another viable option to enter into Lumbini if you are to visit the Buddhist shrines of Bodh Gaya, Saranath and Kushinagar, etc. The Buddhist circuits are the places of all high significance, holy sites of Buddhism where Lord Buddha was born, attained enlightenment, preached first sermon and reached nirvana. From the Sonoli border, you can reach Lumbini in less than 1 hour drive. Nepal is your dream country, where the steps you take inland are the steps taken by Lord Buddha. Remembering the preaching of Buddha, peace, non-violence, love and humanity, when you arrive at Lumbini, you will feel that you are the happiest person in the world, as peace prevails everywhere and humanitarian feeling is learned into the vicinity of the birthplace of Lord Buddha. In Lumbini, ancient human civilization dating back to more than 2,500 years still exists in one form or the other. The vestiges of architects and physical infrastructure here in Lumbini recall humanity and progress during that time. The same society gave birth to Lord Gautama Buddha, the light of Asia, who threw light to the entire world, following the footsteps of whom billions of people are moving ahead even in this 21st century. This is the same place in the garden of Lumbini where Lord Gautama Buddha was born in 623 BC. Siddhartha Gautam, who was born to the then king Suddhodhan and his first wife Maya Devi, became Lord Buddha after enlightenment or parinirvana. The birthplace is regarded as the center of holy faith for the millions of Buddhists all over the world. There are interesting legends behind Lord Buddha's birth. Queen Maya Devi had been on her way to his maternal uncle's home in Devdaha. When she arrived at this place, she gave birth to Siddhartha Gautama under a sal tree. Queen Maya Devi took a dip in the pond before giving birth to Prince Siddhartha. Soon after the birth, it is believed Siddhartha walked 7 steps. Siddhartha also had his purification bath in the pond. The temple is remarkable in the way Maya Devi is shown giving birth to Lord Buddha. The birthplace was discovered in 1896 following an excavation. The then famous Indian Emperor Ashoka visited this holy place. During his visit, Emperor Ashoka started excavations of this place. He established a monument with a stone pillar on it that states that Shakyamuni Buddha was born here. Ashoka also built a stupa and a sacred pond here in addition to establishing the stone plaque carrying monument. Chinese pilgrims had also visited the holy place in the 7th century. There are ancient historic documents available in which Huensang has described about the many monuments harbored here. Despite this, Lumbini became eclipsed for centuries. In 1896, the then Rana Khargasamsher and world-renowned British archaeologist Furher also visited this place and carried out more excavations. Excavations were carried out time and again then after. Preservation and development work in the area gained momentum after a master plan designed by Japanese engineer Professor Kenzo Tange was endorsed. Lumbini Development Trust, established in 1985, is massively engaged in infrastructure building and other development works in the area. Works are underway in line with the Lumbini Development Master Plan. Primary works on infrastructure building for tourists have been completed. Different countries have been constructing vihars, stupas and meditation centers here in the area. There are also well-managed research centers, libraries and archives to boost your interest towards Buddhism. The lamp of your faith towards Lord Gautama Buddha will keep on lightening forever as the peace lamp ignited here. Tilaura Court was the capital of Kapilvastu, ruled by Lord Buddha's father Suddhodan and his ancestors. This is the place where Lord Gautama Buddha had spent 29 precious years of his early life. Excavations carried out from 1967 to 1971 have revealed ruins of the then royal palace, city entrance, stupas and other household objects. Now you have arrived at that point from where Lord Gautama Buddha had begun a long march in pursuit of peace. Born and raised in this holy place, Lord Buddha detached himself with luxurious lifestyles and started search for enlightenment and the true meaning of life. At the age of 29, gradual disenchantment with worldly pleasures compelled him to leave his beautiful wife Yashodhara and son Rahul in the middle of the night to lead the life of a mendicant. It is said that Prince Siddhartha started on his path to peace on a horseback from this entrance of the palace. The place is situated 28 kilometers west of Lumbini. You have arrived at the place where Lord Buddha's maternal home was harbored. Devdaha, which lies in current Rupandehi district of Nepal, was the palace of the maternal uncles of Gautama Buddha. In this holy place, Maya Devi, mother of Lord Buddha, was born. Second mother of Buddha, Prajapati, and his wife Yasodhara were also born in this place. The ruins of old bricks and foundations can be found in 4 different locations at Devdaha, which is situated some 57 kilometers east of Lumbini. Lord Gautama Buddha had come to his maternal home in Devdaha 7 years after enlightenment. Ramgram is equally popular for Buddhist heritages. An ancient ruin of a brick-built stupa has been discovered here. It is believed that the then king of Koliya dynasty built the magnificent stupa and worshipped for a long time there. The Koliyas obtained one of the 8 parts of the Buddha's relic, which they enshrined here and built a magnificent stupa. The place of great historic and archaeological importance now lies in Nawalparasi district. The ancient place awaits conservation. Some Japanese Buddhists have built a small but beautiful stupa here, and you can see they have also built a beautiful garden here. The Indian Emperor Ashoka established many monuments and stupas and erected numerous stone plaques in different places of Kapilvastu, even outside Lumbini. During his pilgrimage, Emperor Ashoka visited Niglihawa and built a stupa and set up a pillar. Renowned archaeologist Dr. Elias Ferrer discovered this pillar in 1896. This site is regarded as a very important religious place